What's going on, YouTube family and friends? Welcome back to the channel, and what we came to discuss here in today's video is no other than CRWV. And at the end of the video, I will be giving you another stock to look out for here on tomorrow's trading. So with no further ado, let's dive right in. As you all know, this stock has been performing pretty darn well, and it looks as though that we may actually see a gamma squeeze unfold here before the month is over with. We're going to talk about that here soon. And another thing, if you were a part of the Discord, of course, then you actually caught this alert in real time. I first alerted CRWV in our Discord server for the entry price of $54.42 back on April 2nd. And if you just take a brief look and just check out the day chart, as you guys can see here, hitting a high of $176 here on today's trading. With that being said, I do feel as though that this stock does have more room to run. With that being said, I'm going to be giving you guys a easy money call option that you may want to consider here in today's video as well. But CRWV with huge open interest here currently in the options chain, and a lot of that is currently in the money on the call side of things. If we take a brief look and just check out the recent news, that you guys can see here, 682,000 in open interest here currently in CRWV. And it seems as though if we do actually cross those $180 levels here before the end of the week, we may actually see a gamma squeeze unfold here next week before expiration of 6/27. As you all know, we do have a loaded up $180 strike here currently on out of the money call options here. But the way that things have been trading along here in CRWV, it is a great chance that the stock may actually challenge this upper here tomorrow around that $183 levels, ultimately pitting huge pressure on market makers to actually cover those calls that they basically sold to retail investors like you and I, basically forcing them to actually buy those shares in the open market at the underlying share price, ultimately pushing the share price higher. We may actually see that unfold here early next week, depending on price action that we see here tomorrow and Friday. If you're currently holding CRWV, like I said before, don't forget to comment the ticker symbol in the comment section below. I want to see if we can get at least 20 current shareholders watching this video. Now, if we go back to the 15-minute chart, as you guys can see here, basically a lot of back and forth trading here, challenging the lower and the upper, spending a little time across that mid here on the 15-minute chart. But if we go back to the 4-hour and we zoom out here a bit, guys, as you can see here, majority on this uptrend, we spend most of our trading here on the upper. Currently right now challenging that upper here on the 4-hour, rejecting it. We do expect here to actually challenge this mid here pretty soon. We're going to see the mid continue to uptrend here. I do feel as though that we're going to challenge that mid around $172 after we actually reach and breach those $180 levels here this week. I do feel as though that $170 level range is going to be our correction after we hit our top here. And things can actually change, ladies and gentlemen. If we do actually see that gamma squeeze situation unfold, we may actually see $200 levels here in CRWV by the end of next week. And those levels may be sustainable depending on the corporate actions made by the company moving forward. Currently right now, we do see a share float of 37.5 million. with a total share count of 479 million. Now, they can't actually pit those shares to the open market just yet due to how new that the company is to market, but they will be able to pit more shares out there, basically have a offering here. This was got listed in April. They will be able to have an offering a year and a half from that, so we're talking about September next year. They will be able to actually offer new shares. So what is very, very interesting here with CRWV, ladies and gentlemen, is the trajectory that the stock has been on since its IPO. Now, like I said before, promised in the beginning of the video that I will be giving you guys a stock that you do want to look out for here tomorrow. And ladies and gentlemen, that stock is RYDE. This was also a stock that I alerted over in our Discord server back on the 13th of this month, just 5 days ago, for the entry price of 19 cents, ladies and gentlemen. And as you guys can see here from the day chart, hitting a high of 58 cents here, thanks to the news of them actually having a 40% stake in ATOL. Now, if we go back to the day chart, that was alerted back here on the 13th. And as you guys can see here, nice breakout on the news. And like I said before, you too can get my alerts in real time, ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do is stop what you're doing, drop down in that description below, click that Discord link, and let the games begin. But far as RYDE goes, I do feel as though that this stock actually has a great chance to test those 58 cent levels here early off in tomorrow's pre-market trading, if not today's after-market session for sure. Currently right now, this thing is a low market cap, low share float stock, so it doesn't take a lot of buying or selling to sway the share price. And I do feel as though that we're going to see a lot of buying occur here tomorrow for sure. So with that being said, if you haven't already, don't forget to consider hitting that subscribe button, and may the gains be with you.